Good morning. It's time for Two Guys on Sports. I'm Larry Hazer.
I'm Dick Olson. Good morning, Larry.
Good morning, Dick. And, here we go into the state tournaments now.
This is a busy time.
Yeah.
I don't know how many busies you want to put in there, but this is one of the busiest weeks of the year. I think you compare this probably to late February.
Right.
In the winter.
Yep.
So
we'll start it off with the state boys and girls track and field championships going on tomorrow and Saturday down at UW La Crosse, and a pretty good representation, especially in Division III from our area.
Oh, man. And all out of that marathon, Rosholt sectional, and a lot of it out of that marathon regional.
Yes.
We should say, you start off with the Loyal kids, Addison Wolf going down in the girls 100, 200. Sheila Tellock from Loyal, and I think, Larry, she is going to be a real contender for the top of the heap there down there. She did 10.7 at conference, and she did 10.6 in the sectional, so in the pole vault. And I think she is going to be a contender for that top prize. And they also have Olivia Nicolai down there in the pole vault also. So, and then Connor Genneman, who we've talked about many times in the 800 meter. Bryce Deegan, just a sophomore, going down in the 400. And then their 4x100 relay of Summer Smith, Sheila Tellock, Noelle Teschner, and Addison Wolf. So, and I can't say this enough, and of course I'm from Loyal, but the job that Jim Getteman does up there without any facilities and get as many people and representation that they do down the state year in, year out, it's really a great story.
It is, yes, it is. And Addison Wolf's a young
sophomore,
just a sophomore
as
too.
is Bryce Deegan.
Yeah.
Yep. So pretty good future coming up there for the Greyhounds. So.
And Columbus Catholic, of course, Isaac Shear. Continues to run well.
16 and 100 and the 3200, and he should be right up there for both of them. And then they also have a 4x800 relay down there too. And then very large Stratford contingent. Brianna Sheridan, just a freshman, she's going down the 100 and 200. Jet Shaner, one of the fastest guys in the area, 100 meter and 200 meter. And then they've got the boys 4x200, the boys 4x800, the boys 4x100. Colton Bright going down the long jump, and Colton has Neillsville in his past. He's Susie Shingar's son.
Oh, okay.
Did not know that. Susie and Mike Bright, that's their son. So,
okay.
So and Colton, I believe, is just a junior too. So. And then Kohler Kilty going in the shot put for them too,
and Sheridan, I believe, is also going in the long jump.
Long jump, yeah. And Al is a freshman too, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she is a freshman, and
right.
she was first in all those three events at the regionals, and she won the 100 and 200 at the sectional. So,
wow.
Okay. Yeah, she nipped Addison Wolf in both meets, so it's good. Should be fun to watch. Auburndale has Logan Nagel going down the discus. Rose Hassenorl in the girls 400 meter, Trevor Throwbridge in the boys 300 meter, and their girls 4x800 meter relay is going down, along with their girls 4x4 relay. Edgar, lots of relay teams going down with Edgar, which has been a strong one. Their girls 4x200, boys 4x200, girls 4x100, boys 4x100, and the boys 4x400. Tegan Street in the triple jump, and then Rachel Burley in the triple jump, and Kyra Anderson in the discus. So, and then we should mention too from Greenwood, Renea Horvath, and Renea is a wheelchair athlete, and she is going down in 3 events.
And this is her, I think, she's the only returning girl.
Yes, yep.
To state in the wheelchair events.
400 meters, 100 meter, and then I don't know how this works, but they call it the mixed shot put.
Yeah,
I don't know what the heck that means, but good luck to Renee. She is a really good representation and from Greenwood. So,
also in Division III, Reese Grimm from Pittsville is going to be competing in the 400 and 800 meter dash, and Izzy Sonnentag in the 400. In fact, she has the fastest seed time this year at 57.44.
Yep.
Regis, third straight title, looking for that in the 400 relay.
Yeah, that sprinter team of theirs is just tremendous. So.
Yeah, and they're also going after their second consecutive crown in the 800 relay.
Yeah, that should be a really good matchup between them, Edgar, and Stratford, that 4x100. A lot of speed there.
You know, before we get into some of these other area athletes that are going, you can check out the preview on our website, cwbradio.com. But go through some of the divisions and see some of those times and some of those benchmarks that are coming into this state.
Yeah.
I think I seen a pole vault of over 16 feet for the boys in Division I.
Yes.
That's a qualifier.
Yeah, and I think the boys in D2 is well over 14, and the boys in 3 is 13.
It's amazing. And the shot put, I think there was one that was like over 65 feet.
Isn't that something? Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you get down to state and you see some amazing things.
And I'll tell you what, and you see it at sectional. We talk about how tough the regional was, and you look how good the athletes in the regional. A lot of those athletes didn't come out of the sectional too. So very tough sectional.
Yes.
And speaking of the Colby sectional in D2, extremely tough.
Mm-hmm.
We had we thought there'd be more athletes from this area, but not a lot. Dalen Reich from Colby in the girls' shot put and the girls' discus, and Seth Hopperdietzel from Colby in the pole vault, and then from Stanley Boyd, Madden Marr in the 200 meter, Lucas Walker in the 1600, and then their 4x200 boys relay. So
you talk about Madden Marr. We thought, how's he going to get beat?
He finished 5th in the 100.
Yeah,
and I said,
but his time was still very good.
he was right at 11 seconds.
Yeah,
and all 4 times that beat him broke 11 seconds, which is amazing.
Yes.
So
Marshfield will have a few individuals at the state track and field meet. Ethan Connect in the shot put and discus, Emma Ridgway in the high jump, Devin Lemoyne in the pole vault, and Olivia Page in the 200-meter dash.
Yep. So that starts tomorrow and goes through Saturday. And good luck to all the events. And I believe you can find all the results on WIA.com.
You'll find them somewhere around there.
Yeah, so.
Division 1 will begin at 9:30 tomorrow morning, and then Divisions 2 and 3 will start at 3 tomorrow, and then they'll reverse kind of the order coming up on Saturday. All right, so that's track and field. Now, boys golf. They had their sectionals this week, and we got to say congratulations to Tucker Johnson of Neillsville.
Yeah, Tucker finished with a 77 up at, I believe it was Luck, the golf course up at Luck.
Yep.
And that was third to sectionals. He finished Simon Cole, from a sophomore from Ladysmith, had a 74. And Bryce Killoran had a 76. Bryce is a junior from Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser. And Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser was the overall team winner up there, too. But Tucker heading to state, and that will be Monday and Tuesday over at Black Wolf Run, the Meadows course. And, I look for big things out of Tucker. He golfed there last year as part of the Neillsville team. So, and he's not the kind of kid who's going to go in there with the yips, nervous. He plays so much golf that I think he'll be very comfortable over there. So,
I had a chance to talk with Tucker yesterday about heading to state. Well, first of all, congratulations. First trip down to state in boys golf.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about the sectional. When you're golfing, there's always that point during the match where you think, I think I got this. Was there any point during that matchup in Unity?
Well, there's a lot of teams out there. We were like one of the first teams to go off, so you never really know. You have to wait till the end, really.
Oh, so you go off as a team?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. So you didn't go off as against like you do in the conference matches?
Yeah, so we went against other teams, but we went off earlier because our team was not one of the best in the regional or state.
All right. So you're kind of going out there blindly almost, as far as you don't know how you're going to be stacking up against the other competition.
Exactly.
Were you pretty pleased at how you finished?
Yeah. Was looking forward to going. I'm looking forward to going to state, obviously, but yeah.
You were satisfied with with your performance out there?
I feel like I could have putted a little better, but yeah.
All right. So a 77. Is that pretty much where you've been all year, isn't it?
Yeah, right around there.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Now you've been around to a lot of different courses throughout the years. You've been on the courses a lot throughout the years. How is this going to compare, do you think, to some of the other tournaments that you played?
Black Wolf Run is definitely a really tough course. Luck wasn't an easy sectional. That was a really tough course. The greens were difficult. Black Wolf Run, it's a beautiful course. It's one of my favorite courses, probably. Maybe the best. But, it'll be fun. It's going to be a good competition. It's going to be tough, that's for sure.
Yeah. What makes Black Wolf Run such a nice course or a tough course?
It's just taken care of really well. You have to hit in the fairway. Greens are very difficult, very sloped, very fast. You have to hit in the right spots, and it's a long course too. So
hilly course?
Very.
Yeah. Okay. How do you see yourself stacking up in this Division III field? I know you've probably been keeping track of some of the other guys out there.
I feel that I could finish top 5 if I play well. Goal is obviously to win, but that's tough to do when there's other kids out there. There's really good kids out there.
All right. Well, congratulations again on making it to state, and good luck.
Thank you.
That's Tucker Johnson of Neillsville, again heading to state. First time as an individual. Again, they were there
as a team
last year, but
and only a junior too.
Yeah,
so,
and he talked about that Black Wolf Run course, and he says that's one of his favorites. So.
Okay,
He's felt a lot of them.
I figured he's played it, so And for the people who don't know Tucker, when school gets out tomorrow, Tucker pretty much moves to the Neillsville Country Club because he plays pretty much 27 holes a day throughout the summer.
Yeah.
Unless they go other places to play.
Right.
But, he normally plays 7 days a week, and he is just totally into golf. And
he gets in a lot of tournaments too.
Yes,
during
he does.
The summer.
Yeah, he's on that circuit.
Yeah,
there's some kind of
junior circuit,
Chippewa Valley Junior Circuit. So he's golfed a lot of these area courses, and that's one of the reasons he does so well is he knows the territory. But
right.
And another big thing is he works hard at his game, and I think third thing, when you love doing something, you're not real nervous when you go out there.
Right.
And he's great. So,
he's the only individual or team from our area.
Yeah, we really got shut out up in this area. This year.
I mean, there was a lot of teams and individuals at the sectionals.
I said, we talked about Charlie Moore a lot.
Yeah.
Charlie Moore didn't come out of the second. Bloomer.
I was really surprised there.
Bloomer, they got fourth as a team at their sectional and did not have an individual qualifier, which just totally blew my mind.
Every tournament or match they were in, it seemed like they were in the top.
And all 5 guys.
Yeah,
in the top, probably at least in the top 10. But they did not. I was really shocked that they didn't move as a team or have any individuals go. So.
And yesterday there was one Division III sectional, and Assumption finished 9th as a team in that one. So there you go.
So that's Monday and Tuesday over in Kohler. So
they moved that a couple of years ago. It used to be at University Ridge in Madison for years.
Didn't they? I think it was at Laconia at the links over there for a while too. But University Ridge for a long time. Long time. So.
All right, let's switch to girls softball, where they have sectional finals coming up later today, and winners of these games move on to state, and a lot of familiar names, a lot of familiar teams.
Yeah, let's start in D5. Thorpe at Athens. Thorpe, like we've talked about many times, long time, excellent program. Athens, too, has been around. Also in D5, you've got Almond Bancroft versus Pacelli. Pacelli, of course, has been a dominant force in D5 the last several years under Coach Molsky over there. And then Pep and Alma at Assumption, and, of course, Assumption just running the gamut with all the girls' sports. They just have a tremendous bunch of classes coming through in girls' sports right now.
How about Division IV, where Fall Creek and Grantsburg are going to hook up?
Yeah, you talk about 2 teams.
Wow, they've been...
Now, that must be in Chippewa Falls, huh?
Yep, Casper Park.
At the Leinenkugel softball. I had never heard of the Leinenkugel softball complex before. But
I've been there. I think I did a Greenwood game over there, or Thorpe, but that's quite a complex.
Yeah, I said you got the Leinenkugel name in front of it, so I figured it had to be pretty nice.
Yeah. Aliva Strum and Auburndale will play at Blair Taylor today.
Yeah. And then in D2, Mosinee and Rice Lake are going to get it on at Altoona. So
all right. So there you go. That's going on in girls softball. Winners there move on to the state girls softball tournament, which will be next week
down in Madison. Goodman Diamond. So
that's a nice place.
Yeah, I said I go back to the days when it was in Waukesha at the Saratoga.
Yeah, you went down there.
Yeah, and that was a nice place, too.
Yeah, it was.
But, Madison, just a little more, something about going to a state tournament in Madison.
Yeah.
I just think
there's
always something to it there.
And you're playing on the college field.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So
and the Saratoga complex was wonderful. It was 4 diamonds, and it was a great place to have a state tournament, but just something special about Goodman Diamond. So,
you bet. All right, now baseball. They had a couple of regional semifinals yesterday because they got rained out on Tuesday, and there were some good games.
Oh, my goodness. Let's start off with that Marshall Columbus Aliva Strum. And, Larry, last week we kind of ripped on the WIA about their seeding, but quite honestly, you go through the brackets, and they hit it. They did.
Yeah, I think they did.
They did pretty darn good. So anything I said, I apologize for, but... that 2-1 game yesterday in Marshfield. Aliva Strum has a strong program this year. They've got at least, I believe, 3 kids that are going on to play college baseball.
Okay.
Yesterday, Carter Gunderson, who is committed to North Iowa Community College. He threw a complete game, 97-pitch game at the Dons yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
Leave Strum winning it 2-1 over
Yeah.
Columbus Catholic.
and they've got to turn around and go to Bangor today. So, which is
No easy task.
Bangor, the number 1 seed. So,
Yeah.
and then the winner of that game gets Pittsville. So yeah, pretty good D5 going through there right now. So
Yes.
So
Another one yesterday, a pretty good one in Division 3. Auburndale blank Marathon in 8 innings, 1-0.
wow, yeah, we knew that regional was going to be a bear.
Yeah.
But, it's too bad somebody had to lose over there. But Auburndale, we knew we'd seen them play earlier in the season. They're strong, Marathon strong, but Auburndale strong pitching to keep Marathon shut out Marathon.
That's
pretty good.
That's a
feat
good
there.
task.
You bet.
And now, it's not any easier today in the regional final.
Yeah, turn around, go to Stratford for the regional title. So we'll see what happens.
Well, and then that's that old adage of pitching.
Yeah.
Who did you pitch yesterday to get to this game
Right,
today?
yeah,
and now you got Stratford.
Yeah, and I don't know how about Auburndale's staff, but here's Stratford sitting back. They didn't play yesterday. They
Right.
played the day before, so they're going to be fairly rested, much more rested probably than Auburndale. We don't know what Auburndale used for pitching yesterday, but obviously somebody pretty good can't pitch today. So,
Right? Yeah. So that's one of the. I don't know if you call it a dilemma, but with the back-to-back games,
it is what it is, and you see where the good teams come, and a good example is at the Neillsville Elk Mound game. They pitched Caden Russo on Tuesday. He threw a shutout versus Regis. They come back with 2 more guys that are right there with them yesterday, and pretty much took Neillsville to the woodshed yesterday. So
and that was one of the regional finals that were played yesterday.
Yeah.
Elk Mound over Neillsville Granted in 5, 13-3. And then Mondovi beat Fall Creek 11-3 in Division 3. So now Elk Mound takes on Mondovi in the Cumberland sectional on Tuesday.
Yep.
And that'll be the 3rd time those two teams played this year.
Yeah, and then I believe in the other half, it's Cumberland and St. Croix Falls in the other side.
I think you're right.
So.
All right, some other regional finals from yesterday. Edgar moves on. They beat Flambeau 13-4.
Yeah.
They'll play the Rib Lake Athens winner. That regional final is today.
Yep.
And then Edgar will play that winner on Tuesday at the Bruce sectional.
Okay. Yeah, Edgar kind of flying under the radar.
I think you're right.
Probably the 4th best team in that Marywood South, but getting in D5 and going to the Northwest, which is probably pretty odd for them too.
Right.
Normally they would probably stay in the Northeast or go south, but they went Northwest and they're doing well. Good ball club. So
I've been at that Bruce sectional before.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice field up there.
yes, it is
in Bruce.
Yep.
Pacelli wins. They move on to the Roshold sectional on Tuesday. And you mentioned Pittsville.
Yep.
They beat Blair Taylor 8-3. So the Panthers move on to the Blair Taylor sectional on Tuesday.
I got to go right back to Blair Taylor.
Yeah,
so.
right. Division 4, Medford over Ashland in 8 innings, 4-3. Abbotsford Colby's great season ends. They lose to Merrill yesterday.
Tough one there.
6-4.
6-4. Abby Colby, with that co-op, they get bumped into D2, which is kind of unfortunate because now you're playing schools that normally at one time were D1 probably.
Yeah,
Merrill.
right.
But great season for them though, and too bad it had to end. But and then Mosinee, they won their regional over Fox Valley Lutheran yesterday.
7-0 was the final there.
Very strong Mosinee team.
Yes. And Division 1, for some reason, Division 1 played Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't play back-to-back. But anyway, they'll have a regional final, Wausau East at Stevens Point today.
Okay. Stevens Point, very strong team. So.
And how about the girls? We mentioned that sectional semifinal, Chippewa Falls and Stevens Point.
Yeah.
And Chippewa Falls came out the winner in that
I
one.
believe it was like 9-0.
9-5.
9-5 was.
But
two teams. And it's for years. It's kind of been the winner of that goes to the state from D1 around here.
Yeah,
so it's either Chippewa Falls or Point, and they both do well down in Madison too.
Oh yeah,
so.
Kakana, I think, continues to roll.
Yeah, I didn't check.
I forgot to check on them,
but going into the sectionals, I believe they were at 104 in a row. So
wow,
and I believe they got to get to 112 to tie a national record, I believe, or something like that. So, so that's crazy. So they're not going to do it this year. So
yeah. Well, obviously it hasn't hurt them in past years as to whether or not seniors graduate.
They just keep rolling.
Yeah, just keep rolling along.
There is something in the water in Kakana. I know, yeah, because they just in all sports they just seem very representative.
Very good. Yes. All right. So there we go. High school sports. Very busy time of the year.
Just want to, with Neillsville being eliminated, I just want to say thank you and congratulations to Mike Kozowski, Bryce Erickson, Reese McDonald, Sam Hayes, Austin Gross, Gavin Barth, Chase Peckel, Gavin McFarland, and Max Kretlow, and David Doyle, kids that I've been around ever since probably dads and lads. And, and we've seen a lot. These kids play a lot of games over the years, Larry, and it's just been a thrill to watch them, and good luck to all out there. They're all going to do well.
Yeah, this is one of those unique classes coming through Neillsville.
That they stuck together.
Yeah, where you've got every sport. Those same kids were playing.
Yes,
as seniors.
Yeah, it's an oddity today because normally you have a lot of drop off from probably youth through middle school through high school, and this is one bunch that really stuck together.
Yeah, congratulations again to those seniors.
You bet.
All right, where are they now before we get into the next?
Okay, Larry, we're going to go over to Auburndale and talk about Kendra Cunninger. And Kendra is a 2014 graduate of Auburndale High School. Kendra was a 4-year letter winner on the Eagle volleyball team. Her freshman year, Auburndale was 36-6. They were Merwood South regional and sectional champs, qualifying for the WIA D3 state tournament, where they would be defeated by Racine St. Catherine's 3-1 in the semifinals. Her sophomore year, the Eagles were 26-10, losing to Spencer in the regional finals. Kendra was an honorable mention choice on the Merwood South All-Conference team. Her junior year, Auburndale was 14-4. They were Merwood South champs, losing to Pacelli in the regionals. Kendra was a first-team selection on the Merwood South All-Conference team. Her senior year, Auburndale was 21-6. They were regional and sectional champs, qualifying for the WIA D3 state tournament, where they defeated Racine St. Catherine's 3-2 in the semis. Kendra had 36 assists and 14 digs in that match. In the championship match, they would lose to Regis 3-1. Kendra had 29 assists and 11 digs in that match. She was first team all-conference and Merwood South Player of the Year and honorable mention all-state. In the winter, Kendra was a 3-year letter winner on the Auburndale girls basketball team. Her sophomore year, the Eagles were 16-8, losing to Marathon in the regional finals. Kendra averaged 4 points per game. Her junior year, Auburndale was 15-8 on the season, losing to Stratford in the regionals. Kendra averaged 4.5 points per game. Her senior year, Auburndale was 17-10 on the season. They were regional champs, losing to Algoma in the sectional finals. Kendra averaged 7.3 points per game and was an honorable mention choice on the all-conference team. In the spring, Kendra was a 3-year letter winner on the Auburndale softball team. Her sophomore year, the Eagles were 5-13, losing to Marathon in the regionals. Kendra batted .252 on the season. Her junior year, the Eagles were 5-12, losing to Montel in the regionals. Kendra batted .272 and was an honorable mention choice on the Merwood South All-Conference team. Her senior year, the Eagles were 2-17 on the season, losing to Shiocton in the regionals. Kendra batted .285 and was an honorable mention choice on the All-Conference team. After graduation, Kendra enrolled at UW Stevens Point and joined the Panther volleyball team. Her freshman year Point was 33-5 on the season. They were WIAC champs, qualifying for the NCAA D3 tournament, where they would be regional champs to make it to the NCAA D3 Final Four, where they would defeat Claremont in the semis before losing 3-1 to Emory College in the finals. Kendra had 19 service aces and 34 digs on the season. Her sophomore year Point was 27-9, qualifying for the NCAA D3 tournament, where they would lose to Kelvin College in the regionals. Kendra had 38 service aces, 197 digs, and 24 assists on the season. Her junior year Point was 27-7 on the season. Kendra had 45 service aces, 197 digs, and 24 assists on the season. Her senior year Point was 24-10. Kendra had 27 aces, 690 digs, and 73 assists. She was an honorable mention choice on the WIAC All-Conference team and first team All-WIAC defensive team, and was also named a WIAC Scholar Athlete. For her career at Point, Kendra ranks 5th all-time in aces with 129 and 11th all-time in digs with 978. Kendra graduated from UW Stevens Point in 2019 with a bachelor's degree in chemistry and a minor in biology. Today, Kendra is a conservation specialist with the Wood County Land and Conservation Department. Kendra resides in the Auburndale area. Kendra, come here, Larry.
All right. Another great three-sport athlete over there in Auburndale.
You bet.
And then you're always wondering what they're going to go on to, and she chose volleyball.
Yes.
Okay. All right. There you go. Where are they now here on Two Guys on Sports? And coming up next weekend, it's the Special Olympics of Wisconsin Summer Games. It's going to be happening down at UW Whitewater. And there are some athletes from Neillsville that'll be competing in that, and our own Coach K, Colin Schmitz.
Yeah, he's in, I believe, a dash and also a relay team,
He's in a 400 relay and the running long jump.
Well,
I asked him yesterday what that was.
Yeah, I was going to explain, and I still didn't understand it. So.
Well, it's basically the same as what they do where they run and then jump, and then there's another one where they can just stand and jump.
Okay, all right. So
he's in the running long jump.
And, the Neillsville, a long time, they've been very representative, and Colin telling me that at Whitewater is just a wonderful facility to have it. So, as most of these WIAC schools are really getting into some really nice facilities these days.
They are. Yes, they are. So that's the Special Olympics Wisconsin Summer Games next weekend down at UW Whitewater. NCAA Division III Softball World Series at Marshall, Texas. UW Oshkosh playing today.
Playing Virginia Westland at 1:30 today. So Coach Scott Beyer, the Neillsville native, taking his girls down to Marshall, Texas. So
it's a Division III World Series comprised of a pair of seeded 4-team double elimination brackets. The winners of both brackets will meet in a best-of-3 for the 2024 national title.
And
next week.
And UW Whitewater will be at Eastlake, Ohio, for the Baseball World Series. And they play Randolph-Macon Friday night at 7 o'clock. So the Warhawks also in the World Series. So lots of representation by the WIAC this year. So,
that's one of the things, you talk about some of those stadiums and some of these complexes that they have. I think it reflects how good these sports are becoming.
And they're able to recruit these, second-tier sport, and get them in there and really has, you look at football with Whitewater and lacrosse, Oshkosh has been there, River Falls seems to be coming on with their new facilities, and basketball now they're starting to come up with some pretty nice field houses too. So that's and the representation in these national tournaments. NCAA just every year, every sport. We just came off a track season and the WIAC well represented in both boys and girls.
Brewers looking to wrap up their series this afternoon with the Cubs.
Yeah, possibly take a 3-1. How about yesterday?
That'd be nice.
Amagua came in with a .484 ERA yesterday, gave up 7 runs in 4 1/3, and it goes up to 1.86.
It really didn't go up all that much.
No.
I was surprised. I thought it would go up a little more.
It was pretty interesting listening to the broadcast. He was supposed to pitch in St. Louis last weekend, and his start was rained out, and rather than moving up a day, they skipped him. And so you wonder if he got out of his routine. But the Brewers hit him hard. Yelich hit him for a home run right away, and then later on they had a 5-run inning with Blake Perkins capping that one. So they hit him hard. So
Shota Imanaga.
Yep.
So he takes the loss.
Yep.
Yesterday drops down. He was the major league leader at ERA. Now I think he's like 3rd or 4th.
Yeah. But that put the Brewers back up 4.5 on the Cubs. And the Cubs are actually tied with the Cardinals for second place now. But, hopefully you get a win this afternoon. You got a 3 out of 4, and then you got the other half of the Chicago coming in for the weekend. The White Sox coming for a 3-game set this weekend in Milwaukee. So
all right. So the Brewers looking pretty good right now at 4.5
I tell you what, Larry, you got to like their starting pitching. I said, this Gasser kid that's come up, he's made 4 starts. And he's won 2, but the Brewers are 4-0 in his starts. He's really kept them in games. So.
Right.
And Peralta has been pitching in a little bit of a bad luck lately. He's not getting a lot of run support.
Yeah.
But the bullpen is what looks really strong. Bryce Hudson looks tremendous.
Koenig got his 5th win yesterday. Coming out of the bullpen.
Yep. So nice lefty, and he does a good job getting out of jet. And he seems to be just as effective against right-handed batters as left-handed batters.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today on Two Guys on Sports. Don't forget, you can check us out online. We have all the archives of the shows as we approach our 5th anniversary.
Yeah, holy man. It's how time flies.
Yes, doing the show. That's Two Guys on Sports. I'm Larry Hazer.
I'm Dick Olson.
Talk to you again next week.